In attaching the pocket, I have my pocket bag cut out. I cut out 2 pieces for the pocket bag, which is going to be on both sides. But if you want your pocket to be on a side, that means you will be cutting out a piece of pocket bag. The measurement I used in cutting out the pocket bag is 13 inches by 13 inches. That is 13 inches for the width and 13 inches for the length. Though the standard measurement used in cutting out a pocket bag for a male outfit is 14 inches by 14 inches, but because this is a garment and I wouldn't want the pocket to be too deep, that was why I reduced this to 13 inches by 13 inches. So by the time I have this unfold, I will be having it as 13 inches for the length and 6.5 inches for the width. So now in attaching the pocket, I will have to open up the front side of my garment. So this is the front side and this is the back side. And don't forget, an extension has been attached to this, which falls in between the front and the back panels. So I will be opening the one that falls on the front panel. Okay, and I will start from the waistline. So I will open this up downward. And I will stop on about 6 inches. So the 6 inches measurement is the pocket opening. That is how wide I want, that is how long I want the pocket opening to be. The 6 inches is for the pocket opening. So that is how long I want the pocket opening to be. For a garment, 6 inches is enough as the pocket opening. For other male outfits, you can make use of 7 inches. Okay, so from the waist point, I measured 6 inches downward, and I will mark the point. Then I will turn this to the wrong side. So I will be taking the measurement on the wrong side. So from the waist point, I will measure 6 inches downward. Okay, then I will mark the point. So I will be ripping off the seam from this point. That is the point where the extension starts, not on the waist point, because I made the extension point higher about 1 inch from the waist point. So I will be ripping off the seam from the extension point to the 6 inches point. So guys, now I have the side opened as I said, and this is what I have after opening. Can you see what I have? So this piece is for the extension, while this piece is for the front panel. So these are the 2 pieces I will be using in attaching the pocket. So here is my pocket bag. My fabric has no wrong or right side. The 2 sides are equal, so I will have to choose one side to be the wrong side. So for this reason, I will be marking this side as the wrong side. Okay, so I will mark this side as the wrong side. So this is the length of my pocket bag, and this is the wideness of my pocket bag. So I will position this, the right side facing the right side. So here is the right side of my pocket bag, and this is the right side of my garment. So the right side facing the right side, and I will start exactly from the point I ripped off the seam, so which is 1 inch above the waist point. So I'll place this like so. So you can see what I have for one side, then the other side, so which is going to be on the extension, I will position this right side facing the right side as well. Okay, then this is what I have after pinning the edges together. Can you see what I have? The pocket bag is going to be on the front side, not on the back side. So when I open this up to the right side, I will still have my side the way it was. Can you see? I'm still having it the same way, but the pocket is inside. So if you don't notice, you will not know there's pocket on the garment. I still have my pleats just the way I had it before. There's no changes. Can you see what I have? So now I'm having the right side of my pocket bag showing inside my garment. You can see what I have. So that is why you have to position your pocket bag right side facing the right side. Can you see what I have? The right side must be showing inside the garment, so the wrong side will be showing on the wrong side. So now that I have done this, the next step is to take this to my sewing machine and stitch. Okay, so I will be doing two things. Firstly, the opening I had there, I will have to relock this back. So I will be locking this first before attaching the pocket. So after locking this, then I will stitch one side from this point. That is the exact point I ripped off the seam, and I will be stitching exactly on the point where I ripped off the seam, which is 1/2 inch. Can you see what I have? And I will stop exactly on the 6 inches point. When I'm done with this, I'll come to the other side and I will repeat the same process. I will be stitching exactly on the point where I ripped off the seam, which is 1/2 inch point. Then I will stitch downward and I will stop exactly on the 6 inches point. So I will be doing this off the camera and I will be back to show you the next step. So guys, now I have this joined together. As I said, you can see what I have. So here is the pocket side. So then I have this opening here, I have opening here, I have opening here. So the next step is to close the opening I have on the pocket bag. And on the right side, this is what I have. You can see I have my pleat back exact way it was before. Can you see? Now the next step is to close all the opening I have on the pocket bag. I have an opening here, I have it here, and I have it here. So I have it in 3 places. This is the upper part of the pocket bag, this is the lower part of the pocket bag, and this is the side of the pocket bag. Okay, so now I will be notching the upper part in order to differentiate between the upper part and the lower part. So I'll place a notch like so. So with this I will know this is the upper part. So in finishing the opening I have on the pocket bag, I will be turning this inside out like so. So you can see what I have here is the lower part, and with this notch I know this is the upper part. So I will hold this edges to edges. So after pinning it, then I will be giving the lower part a little bit of shaping. So not that much, just a little bit of shaping. I will take this up by 1.5 inches, which is here. Then I will connect this in a curvy manner to the center. Okay, can you see what I have there? Then I will take this up by 1/2 inch. So the 1/2 inch is the seam allowance. Okay, then I'll connect the dotted lines together like so. So I'll pin the edges back and I will be trimming this part off. So now you can see the shape I have for the lower part of my pocket. Okay, so this is for the lower part. Then to the upper part, I'm not giving this any shaping. I will just close it the way it is. So I will hold it like so and I will stitch with 1/2 inch seam allowance. So now I will take this to my sewing machine. Then I will be stitching with 1/2 inch of seam allowance from this seam point. So don't forget I have a seam point here, so I will not crotch on the seam point. So I will just stitch from here to here with half of an inch seam allowance. Then for the lower part, I will stitch from the side to the center point with the half of an inch seam allowance I marked out. So guys, now I have the upper and the lower part of the pocket bag stitched, and this is what I have, as you can see. So the next step is to turn the inside out, and on the wrong side of my pocket bag, this is what I have. Can you see? And for the upper part, this is what I have. Okay, so I will push this outward as much as possible with the little opening I have by the side. So this is for the lower part. You can see what I have. Then for the upper part, I'll pull this outward as well. So I'll push it out as much as possible. Can you see? So guys, now I have this done. Then the next step is to top stitch on the lower part of the pocket bag. This is to secure the seam from being ripped off. So with the help of the little space I have here, so I will be applying a top stitch. Okay, so when I'm doing this, I may not be able to take it to this edge, so I'll just go as far as I can. So guys, now I have this done. You can see I've top stitched on the lower part of the pocket. So with this, the pocket will last longer. The seam will not rip off. Even if there is an heavy item inside the pocket, the seam will not rip off. So now the last step is to close the opening I have by the side. You can see I still have an opening here, so I will be closing this towards the seam I have by the side. Can you see what I have? So with this, I will have to place a notch on the seam allowance I have in between. You can see this one is laying flat, the upper one too is laying flat, but the one I have at the middle is not laying flat, so I need to place a notch on that seam allowance. So I will leave this like so. So here is the seam allowance, so I'll place a notch. So you can see what I have now. So with this, I can proceed in closing the side. So I will hold it like so. Then I will be stitching beside the seam I have here already. I'm not stitching on this seam. I will let it be beside the seam. It can be about 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch away from the seam. So I will stitch from where the pocket bag stops here, and I will make sure the seam match up with this point. This is the pocket opening point. So which means this is not going to be on a straight line. It's going to be a diagonal line, so that you will not have any opening on the pocket. So I'll pick it from here. This is the pocket back point, so I'll be bringing it down gradually like so. So guys, now I'm done finishing the side of the pocket. So now I have all the sides of the pocket properly finished. So the pocket is ready, as you can see. Can you see what I have? Then on the inside, this is what I have. So can you see the pocket? The pocket bag has to be towards the front panel. Okay, can you see? You can see the pleat. So it will not be obvious there's pockets by the side of the garment. So with this pleat, the pleat will still cover up like so. So you can see what I have. So the next step is to repeat the same process on the other side, so which means I will be constructing the other side pocket. So after which I will take this to my ironing board, then I will give the pocket bag a very good press in order to stabilize the pockets inside the garment. Also, the pocket bag has to be towards the front. Okay, so you can either leave your pocket bag like so or position it in a place. So but if you want to position your pocket bag, it has to be towards the front side so that the pocket will not be facing the back. So it has to be like so. Then you hold it here with your needle and thread, then you tack, you make an invisible stitch on this edge and on this edge, or you can just leave it here. You can leave this side, you don't need to tack the lower part, so you can tack this part in order to hold this in place. So with this, the pocket bag will be stable inside the garment. So guys, now I have the second pocket constructed. So this is the first side and this is the second side. Okay, then I position my pocket towards the front panel and I stitch it on this edge, and on the other side as well I position my pockets, the pocket bag to be on the front panel, and I stitch the edge in order to hold the pocket bag in place. Now we've come to the end of this module, which is fixing of the side extension and attaching the pocket. Let's meet in the next module where I will be showing you how to finish the neckline area by attaching the collar.